be good at all times. The studio is private property, so if you do drop your phone or just can't wait to stress you, go ahead and pull that cord but remain seated. And please, no smoking of any kind while on tour. But be prepared, because our tour today does feature loud noises, sun travel, boots, fire effects, and many water effects. So you'll want to have your cameras on for great photo opportunities. And finally, no selfie sticks while on tour. But on your right, we have our fire station friends. Yay! Hello, friends! Yay! Now, our fire station is super amazing because it is filled with hardworking firemen and women. But I do also love pointing them out because here on our lot, we are our own city. But we are mostly dedicated to filmmaking, which, by the way, we do have some stuff filming today.
The Mummy.
Like E! Entertainment, Access Hollywood, The Good Place, Home and Family. So I will have to lower my voice in certain areas, like now, because we are passing by some sound stages. Like on your left, Soundstage 12, currently home to The Voice, hosted by Carson Daly. But Soundstage 12 is our biggest soundstage, and you may recognize it from some pretty cool projects, like Taylor Swift's Me music video, like whoa, or for movies like Inception, Hail Caesar, or Tropic Thunder.
Watch some of
Now
these.
remember that clip I showed you earlier? Well, that's some other projects that have filmed inside Soundstage 12.
I'm holding my phone as tight as I can. Oh, that's where they get the audio on Roblox. I'm really
Now, speaking of sound stages, on your left, we are passing by quite a few sound stages. Sound stages 16 through 20, where we film projects like Ghost Whisperer, Psycho, or Red Dragon. Or even NBC's hit comedy Superstore, which stars America Ferrera, Ben Feldman, Nico Santos, Nicole Bloom, Lauren Ash,
You're allowed to have snacks on top.
But if you've never
Where are
seen
these?
Superstore before, don't worry, I got you guys.
It's hot in here, but let's have some patience for one another.
Yeah, you know, the heat makes us all act.
Your face stays where it is, it's gonna get fresh.
But Superstore actually films inside 3 sound stages on our lot. The third is on your left, where the doors are open. Like, bro. Okay, Soundstage 21's doors are open, so you can get a glimpse inside a soundstage. And there are some pretty cool sets inside.
That'd be cool.
But you may also recognize Soundstage 21 from some big projects like Jurassic Park or even Princess Diaries 2, Royal Engagement. And it was pretty much the inside castle scenes. So that iconic mattress surfing scene was filmed inside there. But we are entering an area known as Sitcom Alley, home to some very classic Universal sitcoms like Dragnet, or The Jeffersons, or Different Strokes, Crowded, Champions, Parenthood, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, or Good Girls with Christina Hendricks, Mae Whitman, and Retta. And on your right, we do have some very fun figures. But on our lot, we do have a lot more TV production going on these days. But that's because TV goes a lot faster. It generally takes about a week to film an episode of TV. Which, speaking of, on your right-hand side is a poster of The Good Place. Because Soundstage 44 is where they film The Good Place with Kristen Bell and Ted Danson. And they are filming their 4th and final season. So exciting things are happening here on the daily. Pretty exciting. But you may also recognize that soundstage from Sabrina the Teenage Witch, or even from Hollywood Game Night with Jane Lynch. But when we are filming a TV show or a movie on our lot, we generally have to start somewhere. And that somewhere is an idea, which those ideas generally start on your left-hand side, inside these beige buildings. So in the past, These beige buildings were dressing rooms, some of our coolest
I
stars,
want to have a sip.
like Doris Day, Tom Cruise, Sylvester Stallone. But now there are production offices to some Hollywood's hottest writers, producers, and directors, like Mark Pratt of Wicked and La La Land, or Illumination Entertainment of Despicable Me.
Okay.
Or, if you'll keep your eyes glued on the left-hand side, you'll see Bungalow 5195 with the silhouette of Alfred Hitchcock. And yeah, he worked all over our lot, doing films like Psycho, Vertigo,
There it is, there it is.
Rear Window, or North by Northwest.
There it is. Got it.
Or on your
Got it,
left-hand
got
side,
it.
we are passing by sound stages 22 and 23, where we film some cool projects, like Will and Grace, or even America's Got Talent, or even World of Dance. And both of those projects film in front of a live studio audience. So yeah, we can fit gigantic audiences inside these sound stages. But it does look like we are leaving our front lot behind to enter our back lot. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the back lot where we film exterior scenes on a grand scale. Now you may want to get out your cameras and or phones because our back lot is very photogenic. But speaking of our back lot, there is some production going on our lot today, on our back lot, on our Metropolitan set, so you maybe want to get your cameras out because you also never know who you're going to see. So I would suggest taking little sneak peeks at random corners on our back lot because once again, there is production going on. But here on our lot, we also do have a lot of different kinds of sets, like facades and practical sets. And facades are just the front and sides of the building, versus a practical set which you can film inside as well as outside. But since we are on our Metro sets, I'll let Jimmy tell you more.
Hey everyone, welcome to New York. I got my start right here in New York on Saturday Night Live. This is actually my old neighborhood. I once got mugged over there by an old woman, tough lady. This is my favorite hot dog guy. Hey buddy, how's it going? Remember me? No. Just like old times. Gotta love New York City. I'm walking here. It's cool, guys. I was just walking there. So it's not exactly New York, but a lot of times when you see New York in the movies, it was shot right here on the Universal Metro sets. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere, even if you make it here on the Universal lot.
Now, our New York street may look super duper familiar, but that's because it's been used in a lot of different kinds of projects, like commercials, TV shows, movies, music videos. And speaking of TV shows, you actually might recognize a very specific area that they filmed with Will and Grace. So I'm going to show you a clip, but might I suggest you guys pay attention to the background of the clip?
We've all had our share of humdingers. Me included. One time I took a drink that said Lisa on it from my coffee place. I know my name's not Lisa.
You are a bad girl.
So if that set looks super duper familiar, that's because we were going down that street right a second ago, and thank you, Amanda. Amanda's a true hero, guys. But like I said, we were just going down that street, and that pretty much means we are going down the same pathways that they did in Will and Grace. So the pathways of movie stars. Pretty cool. Now, you also may recognize these streets from some episodes of American Ninja Warrior. And they have built their obstacle course right along our New York streets. Or maybe some action films, like Fast and Furious Presents Hobbs and Shaw. But speaking of some action films, this street has seen quite a few superhero movies as well. Like The Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield, or Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire, And yeah, that means we've had 2 separate Spider-Mans on the same exact streets. Or you may even recognize these streets from Captain America, the First Avenger. And it's the scene where Captain Steve Rogers first wakes up from his icy sleep to run straight down our New York street. But a lot of times, different productions want to film right here on our metropolitan sets because of the cool camera techniques that you can do right here. And that's because some of them are built in. For example, if you guys look over on your left and right hand sides and look up, you may notice that these buildings stand at about 50 feet tall. But you may also notice that the windows get smaller and smaller as you go along. And that's because we are utilizing a cool camera technique known as forced perspective. So that when you turn a camera up at our sets, they look like they go on and on forever. When in reality, we just made the windows smaller. But hey, speaking of going on and on forever, you may notice that our streets are also curved at the end to give the illusion that it goes on and on forever. When in reality, you turn the corner, you are in a brand new street. But if you are looking down there as well, you may notice some square grates on the ground. And in these grates are electrical outlets where you can plug in different things like lamps, signs, trees if you want to plug in a tree for some reason, or park benches. And that way you can pretty much mix and match right here on our New York street. And that way our New York street doesn't always have to be New York. Because sometimes we can be other places, like Gotham from Batman and Robin, or Berlin like it was in Torn Curtain, or maybe Baltimore like in Hairspray Live. Okay, but Hairspray Live was actually a pretty fun project to film on our lot. Did you feel it? That's because it was a live project. So pretty much whatever happens, happens. So they would film a scene right here on our back lot, but their next scene would have to be inside a soundstage. And they only had the period of a commercial break to get from point A to point B. So they would film a scene back here, hop on golf carts, rush over to the soundstage, change their clothes, drink some water, film a scene, and do that whole process over and over again. So a lot of exercise was had that day. But here on our lot, we have worked with some cool people like Angelina Jolie, Jordan Peele, Steven Spielberg, or Peter Jackson of King Kong.
right now.
It's the
Who got the ears?
that
Okay, forgive me my ear thing.
directly.
I had those. Look, we're over there. Come on, get Oh my god.
I know
Oh
things that
my
just take you away from your Cole literally does that. I mean, you're on board the ship, you're sailing to a lost island, you're encountering monsters and creatures from, prehistoric times. So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skull Island, and it's great to have you along for the ride. Now, we have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet, but just have them in your hand because we're about to return to Skull Island.
So, ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated. Hold on to your belongings and no flash photography.
Is your bag?
Now, Peter Jackson worked really hard to make King Kong seem like an actual human being. But I'll let him tell you more about that whole process himself.
Warning, this might be really loud.
To the character and personality of Kong, and he's so much more than a monster. In fact, he's not a monster. He is an incredibly majestic, ancient creature. He's a force of nature. He's old, he's wise, he's proud, he's fierce, and obviously
This might be really loud.
the most important feature of Kong are his eyes.
But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Skull Island. Go ahead and put on your 3D glasses.
But as far as I can. You guys can see her. Then you can see.
Oh man, they're paradise!
Hold it as hard as I can. I'm holding it as hard as I can, guys. I'm not gonna drop it. I'm holding it hard. Yeah, I'm holding it really hard. I'm holding it hard. That's all, folks. And that's all, folks. That is it. I'm all wet now. That's all, folks. That's all we're gonna have for today. Yeah, it was really hot. Sorry I didn't go.
If you guys were battling before.
Sorry guys if I didn't get to show that much of the action. Sorry guys if I didn't get to show that much of the action. It was just too many people, and also what's it called? It was hard to show it because of the
But it was due to collaboration between Peter Jackson and What a Digital.
That was worse than the other one I went.
But you may recognize What a Digital's name from a variety of other cool works they've done, like Deadpool, or The Jungle Book, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, Avatar, or Avengers Endgame. In fact,
I watched
What
the
a
Avengers
Digital
Endgame.
has won 6 Academy Awards for their work, so go Weta. But you know,
Oh,
I
it
wasn't
wasn't
telling you
moving
all
the whole
about
time.
the
It was
process
sitting in that one screen.
themselves.
With a project like Studio Tour, the audience is in the middle of the environment. They're looking at all directions. There's creatures coming at them. They're seeing the clown from this side and T-Rexes from the other side.
Working on a movie, we always know what people are looking. They're looking straight ahead. They're looking at the shot that we're working on.
Here you have to take into account that people are looking in all directions.
Also, one of the things about this ride, unlike the movies that we're used to working on, there's no cuts because it's one giant shot. This tram that's driving along through Skull Island is where the camera's from. This ring represents
But speaking of driving, you guys may want to get out your cameras and phones, because picture op, you'll get a chance to see some pretty cool picture cars that Universal has accrued throughout the years over on your left-hand side. But please stay seated, guys. But here on our lot, we do have some pretty cool picture cars from big franchises like Back to the Future, or the Flintstones,
This one you'll be able to see.
or the Fast and Furious franchise,
See
or
it?
maybe even Transformers. Now, a
Can you
picture
see?
car is pretty much any car you see on a TV screen or a movie screen. But since you are seeing some picture cars here, here are some on your screens as well.
Flintstone one. There's Too Fast, Too Furious there. Oh, there's one from Jurassic.
But don't put those cameras away yet.
Tank.
Because over on your right hand side, you'll get a chance to see a picture car from Jurassic Park. Oh, and don't worry if you missed that one, because there is another one over on the left hand side. And you know, since we are talking about Jurassic Park, like literally right this second,
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
and that's right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our Jurassic Park area, where we do have some pretty cool relics from the
Guys,
past.
this is just getting annoying.
Like
Oh my
the
God.
mobile
It's just hurting
lab
my
on your
pinky
left
right
hand
here.
side.
Put it on, Justin.
Although I could have sworn we had some dinosaurs too. But it's fine, guys. We'll just enjoy some music instead. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. That's nice. Yeah. Yeah, let's some music instead. I really hate you now. This is not gonna go well. I might wanna. There's dinosaurs.
Speaking of Jurassic Park, our new Jurassic World ride will be opening at some point this summer, as well as a new Secret Life of Pets ride at some point. But speaking of Secret Life of Pets, be sure to check out Secret Life of Pets 2, which is in theaters now. And here on our lot, we do like to have fun all the time, but sometimes in super weird ways, like some of the trees on your left are fake. Some of them are made of things like styrofoam and paint.
I can tell that.
Because why not? But sometimes we also do it for very practical reasons. Like, there was a scene in the second Jurassic Park film that involves a little manipulation of our lot. But I'll show you the scene first before I say more. Okay, so this cliff, that's not a real cliff. No, that is a parking structure right here on our lot that we added some fake leaves and fake trees onto. And you may also notice there was a little bit of dramatic rain going on in the background, which we can do that too. And sometimes it's because here on our lot, we don't get the weather we need, so we have to make our own. And our amazing visual effects department have agreed to give us a little demo of what it's like to create thunder or lightning using strobe lights on top of buildings and using a sound system.
That's nice.
Or if you want something like actual rain, all you have to do is use sprinkler systems to shoot water into the air to let it fall back down to the earth naturally. But please stay seated, guys. It is a little slippery here, but I will let you go in a bit.
Hard as I can again. There's a leak.
Yeah, okay. I think we're good now. Hey guys, we can shut it off now. Yeah, you got it? Cool. Our team got us.
No, we don't.
Hey guys, this is the last time. We can shut it off now.
Water?
Guys, that's our button!
Oh boy, okay. I like how they did that.
I know, that's cool. Getting it on your film. Here's this guy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, guys. I mostly watched the thing. It was a big wave.
Because our team knew exactly what they were doing. So you may recognize that flashlight from Lady Gaga's Judas music video. Or maybe from a very iconic scene from Big Fat Liar with Paul Giamatti, Frankie Muniz, and Amanda Bynes.
You can't outrun the wolf, kids!
Yeah,
if. We'll see about that.
But we are leaving our old Mexico behind.
Oh, I
to
love
enter
Mexico.
the Old West. One of the oldest sets here on our lot. So, over the years, this area has seen quite a few productions. Like in our first year alone, in the 1920s, we filmed over 200 westerns, which is a lot of movies. But you may also recognize this area from Quentin Tarantino's new film, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And yeah, it was filmed right here, so both Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio were here. Like, what? Or Robert Downey Jr. was also here in Chaplin, so very many familiar faces. Or you may recognize these sets from some episodes of Roswell, or Star Trek Enterprise, or even The Color Purple. But our old Western sets were inspired by our Old West films. And that meant we did have a lot of heroes and damsels in distresses. And in those films, they also did a lot of cool stunts. But don't worry, our actors were not crazy. Everything was done super safely.
I took a lot of pictures
And
right
ladies
here.
and gentlemen, we are approximately halfway through the tour, so I do want to remind you guys, please stay seated, hold on to your belongings, and if you need any guest assistance or have medical emergency, go ahead and pull that red emergency cord. But otherwise, please remain seated. Now, I will have to lower my voice a bit in this area because they are filming for Hallmark Channel's Home and Family, a home variety show that films here pretty regularly. But you can actually see a little bit of their backyard. As we turn the corner, it's over on your left-hand side, and the lights are on, so you can see just a little bit of some cool stuff going on. But you also may recognize this place as our Little Europe, home of the iconic Universal Monster. And it's also where they film The Good Place with Kristen Bell and Ted Danson. But our Universal Monsters are pretty important to Universal history because they are one of the reasons why our studios. Guys, it looks like we're getting a chance to enter an actual set. What? Okay, so please stay seated and hold on to your belongings. Okay, this does look like a San Francisco subway station. Okay, and I do see production.
Right, episode